You know, I was surprised when I first met you and chatted with you about how your beginnings had really come out of the musical theater. You know, you're such a well-known stage actor, or a film actor, that I didn't realize that you had done so much musical theater. But you made your Broadway debut in Grease.
Right. Well, actually, I made my debut in the first revival of Hair in '77. That was my first job.
Gabe, hit us with a picture of that, please.
Oh, do you have a picture of me in Hair?
We don't have you in Hair. We just have that. That was your production, though.
Yes, it was.
And then, I believe you left that to do the national tour of Greece.
Well, it was a bus and truck of Greece. It was very, the first 3 jobs I got, I didn't have an agent, and I knew nothing about the business. And even, and when I was doing Hair, I was understudying Claude, and they kept replacing all the Claudes, and I didn't even have understudy rehearsals or whatever, but I was having the time of my life. And then Vinnie Liff, who I just speaking about there, cast me in. I went down for an audition during my lunch break, and they asked me to go on the road and offer me. I'd only been on one plane at that point in my life, and go see Rochester and Miami and these various places. And I thought, well, that sounds like fun. I went to Tom O'Horgan, who was the director of Hair, and Jerry and Jim Ragney and Rado, who created it. I said, Tom, I got this, the guys over at Greece asked me to go on the road, and they're going to fly me places. And, I mean, would you mind if I left, like, I don't know, a couple weeks or whatever? And he said, are you serious? I said, yeah, look, I've been doing this for a little while. You're not never going to use me, and, so I'll give somebody else a chance, and I think it'd be fun to go. I knew nothing, and you could tell that there was nothing manipulative or hidden agenda. I was just totally. He said, "You're serious, aren't you?" I said, "Yeah." I think, all right. Well, let me talk to the guys.
Right.
And about a week later, he says, "Well, listen, you still want to go?" I said, "Yeah." Well, okay. You want to go on as Claude today? And I said, "No, that's all right." I sang my solo, Electric Blues, and so on, and then I walked off and went on the road with Grease and ended up being invited to the Broadway company, and from there I did a bunch of plays and musicals and things.
And how did Idolmaker come about?
The Idolmaker, I had been doing Grease on Broadway, and I had just left the show to do a little TV miniseries called Skag with Carl Malden, and they were having these talent search contests for the leads in this new movie called The Idolmaker, about sort of loosely based on Frankie Avalon and Fabian and the man who made them stars from West Philly, Bob Marcucci. And they were seeing everybody I knew of my age, and half these guys couldn't carry a tune in a bucket. I thought, why can't I get an audition? And finally I did, and I auditioned a million times and was cast. With Ray Sharkey, he was already doing it, and Paul Land, and unfortunately neither of them are still with us. But it was Taylor Hackford's first movie, and the dance sequences were choreographed by Denny Terrio.
It was Taylor Hackford.
His very first movie, he went on to do Ray and Officer and a Gentleman.
And Mary Helen Mirren.
And Mary Helen Mirren, right.
Welcome to the world of Cabarabia, the world where Broadway, jazz, comedy, and pop share the spotlight, and a 2-drink minimum. With your host, producer, director, Clifford Bell, keeping the world safe for live performances in intimate settings on Global Voice Broadcasting.